It's spooky hours out here, baby. It is spooky hours. You hear me? I'm out here on Elm Street this morning, man. Good morning to the people, baby. We got the kitchen on Elm Street, if you know what I'm saying, man. Hopefully you ain't been there, and if you are, hopefully you haven't went to sleep. But hey, man, it's time for them spooky seasons. Time for spooky week 8 rock, man. We had a lot of things going on, a lot of things popping, a lot of injury talk, a lot of upsets, a lot of blowouts. It looked like the massacre from Texas, if you know what I mean, brother. What's popping? What's good, man? While we got this crazy ass, scary ass music in the background.
Fizz, it's kind of hard for me to focus because it feels like Freddy Krueger is right behind me right now saying, 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you.
Yeah,
but no,
man,
it's not. It's not Freddy. Because he's right there on your shirt. Exactly, right there.
Freddy Flakes, baby. In case you ain't copped a box, go cop a box. You feel me? Freddy Flakes.
That is one hell of a t-shirt. Where the hell did you get that t-shirt, Fizz?
On Elm Street, man. It was a market on the corner, man. It was on fire. I figured I'd just get the shirt before the rest of it burns.
Oh man, I like that. But I'm excited for this show, Fizz. Halloween has to be my favorite holiday of all time. Not only is it the same month as my birthday, Fizz, so I already have the great vibes going. Also, too, it's in the middle of football season. The weather is just perfect out in the Midwest. It's chilly. You get to have fires at night, get to hang out with your friends, get to eat a shitload of candy. I feel like bourbon and scotch taste best during this time of the year, Fizz. Get to make some of my favorite meals. Just made my steak chili. You get to make some braised meats, Fizz. See, I always go back to food and booze. That's always going to be my go-to, Fizz.
There we go.
Absolutely love Halloween. Love scary movies. So yeah, today's going to be a great show, Fizz. So I'm looking forward to it with you and the people.
Well, I don't know if this was a movie, but this weekend of football was a series, bro. Halloween series, man. A lot of massacres going on, a lot of blood shed, a lot of tears cried. I even, I'm gonna pull up Mike's card on this one, man. You know how those scary movies, man, the white woman always fall over imaginary branch and she break her leg. This might have been Cam Skattebo, man. Unfortunately, brother, we got to bring my man up soon. But Cam got a little bit of swagger too, so we accept him at the cookout as well, man. But we will get into Cam. We definitely didn't want to see that happen, man, and hopefully we bring a little bit of joy and light to that situation. But before we get to Cam Skattebo, man, what was your biggest take of this weekend, Rock? I know we had a lot of blowout games. We had some teams terribly underperform. We had guys like James Cook, Jonathan Taylor, who I had on the thumbnail, man, who child's play, bro. They like running up against dolls, man. These dudes is running all over the league, scoring touchdowns at will. I know James Cook had a couple of weeks where he kind of sort of wasn't his best, but they also was losing those games or had close games and lost those games too. But when they want to come out and dominate, nobody out there is better than James Cook, man, on that field every single time. They glad they paid him. The fans was hating and didn't think he deserved to be paid, but it looked like it all worked out. Who are some of the biggest villains, should I say, of this weekend, bro, when we talk about this Halloween thing?
Fizz, it feels like a lot of these teams went into this week cursed. Everything that could have went wrong did go wrong. And it happened to a lot more teams than I thought it would. I mean, you talk about the Bengals, who I stopped watching that game, Fizz. They were up, I think, at one point, like 24-6 or something close to that. And every time I just watched Justin Fields take the field, I'm like, man, I cannot watch this. It's just too much for me to be able to handle. I'd rather watch The Exorcist 3 times in a row than have to watch the New York Jets play on offense. So to see them come back and win that game, absolutely crazy. To see the Dallas Cowboys, who going into this week, everyone was, given the top spot as far as offenses go. To see them get their cheeks absolutely clapped by the Denver Broncos, I think was pretty damn surprising. So, I think those are the biggest things. Chicago Bears couldn't do anything against the depleted Baltimore Ravens. So lots of surprises, lots of things I did not see coming. Fizz. Yeah. That's always the hallmark of a good horror film is when it's able to do things that you just don't see coming. So it's just like, that's what it felt like this whole entire week. Felt like I was in a horror film, be like, ooh, I did not see that coming. It wasn't always in the greatest way, though. This wasn't always in the greatest way.
Of course, as a Cowboys fan, I damn sure didn't see that coming, especially Patrick Surtain being hurt. So I'm thinking this is perfect time for us to run it up. But let's be real, Rock, man. I know I love praising my boy Dak, man. He does his thing. He had an off game. That's to be expected every once in a while. But that defense is going to give up a point every single time they touch the field. They literally let Troy Franklin have a career game. They let RJ Harvey have a career game. They let Ted McMillan a couple weeks ago have his first touchdown. The man even scored 2 touchdowns. That's just what they do. So just know that someone is going to have a career game or season highlight game against this team. And it seems like every time Denver touched the ball, they were going to score it. So as much as I want to admit that Dak had a bad game, it's kind of hard to always have to chase points, bro. Like you can't make any mistake because the other side, if you're in a relationship, bro, and hey man, if I ever break a leg, break a finger, and you don't ever want to go to work, it's over with. You know what I'm saying? It's all on me. That's Dak Prescott right now, man. He in a relationship where he is the money. He is the key. He is the goal. And if the other counterparts show up, well, they show up. But if they ever do something, thank you. We appreciate it. But if I ever have an off day or sick day, it's over with, man. It's done for. So it just is what it is, man, with that team. But we got better days coming. We play the Arizona Cardinals on Monday night, man, next week, which I think what we should do, right? We look into a little bit of next week, too. We don't ever really look into the following week. So let's do that, man, before we close out. But I did want to talk about the game. So, of course, a little bit of recap. Talk about some individual players, big games, bad games, and hey, man, hopefully give y'all what you need. If you got anything you want to hear specifically about your team or something, man, put it in the chat. We got you covered. Ain't no problem with that, man. But, Rock, let's get it started, big dog. Oh, no, this is the wrong one. There we go. I did have this game up. I don't know why. But I just say this. Not to scroll through the whole game. Kirk Cousins, Kirko Change, iced out, number one stunner, Birdman, Kurt, whatever you want to call him, bro. He was nothing. Okay. He came back. He looked like hot garbage. I'm pretty sure they wish they took those 3rd round offers. I believe they was getting offered early in the season. I believe they wish they took those because right now, man, it did not look good for Kirk Cousins, especially against a Miami defense that we all know that's target practice. When you play them, bro, you shoot 100 all the time. You know what I'm saying? Every team has broken records. They made Dylan Gabriel look good a couple weeks ago. So if Kirk Cousins couldn't come out there, I know he's missing Drake London. There's a big factor, but come on, man. We've seen teams with less do a lot more. So I don't want to dwell on this game too much, but Kirk looked like garbage. Bijan had 25 yards rushing, right? That's when you know it was over with, man. When my RB1.
Wow. How the hell did that happen? How did that happen, Fizz? Did you see all the other RBs that played the Miami Dolphins on?
That's my point. That's what I'm saying. It's no excuses, bro. They are target practice. You know when you got a light day at work. When they say, you know what I'm saying, Rock? You know when you go to school and you know, like, look, man, the teacher said they bringing the TV out today. We just watching movies. I ain't got to do nothing. That's the Miami Dolphins defense. That's literally when you play offense against them, you know, ain't no schoolwork being done, no pencils in hand. We came to watch a movie. I don't know. Maybe they watched a horror movie. I don't know, Rock, but we do know the Atlanta Falcons look worse than the Miami Dolphins. I don't know what to say about this game, Rock.
Yeah, I think I do not necessarily agree with, if you look at the box score, Kirk Cousins didn't have the greatest game, but watching the game and seeing what he was doing, he actually wasn't that bad. I think this is actually more on the coaches taking the Miami Dolphins just way too lightly, and his offensive weapons not really stepping up to support him whatsoever. Not having Drake London, I think, is actually a bigger piece than maybe people want to realize, because everyone talks about Bijan Robinson being the cornerstone of this team, and it is hard to argue with that, but I feel like Drake London actually makes his team a lot more of a threat than maybe even Bijan Robinson. Because if Bijan Robinson's out, Tyler Algier is not too bad of a backup RB. But without having Drake London, no field stretching down, to threaten the defenses. Also, too, Kirk Cousins, at his age and all the injuries he's gone through, he just couldn't push the ball downfield. That's why Darnell Mooney did not have the day that we were expecting on start shit. We were telling a lot of people start Darnell Mooney. He's going to, get all those catches with Drake London being out. That wasn't the case. And we're talking too long about this game, Fizz, but I will say
I know.
Tua had the best game of his career with only one eyeball. So what the hell does that say about
Crazy,
Tua?
man.
Is this like is he just overanalyzing the field? So if he only sees half the field, Fizz, he actually plays a lot better. He has 4
Just
freaking
give him a
touchdowns.
Cyclops helmet, my brother. Cyclops helmet, he be just fine, man. He shouldn't see 2 eyes. Let's just get him one, man. He'll figure it out from there, brother.
But yeah, the coaching staff for the Falcons is too inconsistent. They stink. The Dolphins, they just delayed their execution one more week. That's all it was. That's all this game was. So let's go on to the next game, Fizz.
Yeah.
We didn't want to talk about this game, and you talked about this game.
We damn sure didn't, and we ended up doing it anyway. But I did want to say for the people, man, that tapped in with us, my boy Big Jake, man, he was pre-gaming up in here. Pop said what's good. D-Walk is in the building. And for those that sprinkling, man, we appreciate y'all. You watching from home, you watching from work, you're listening in the car, you're in traffic, whatever it is, man. We appreciate you being in the building, man. But Rock, man, let's bring this up because your boys, home team, your favorite guys, Baltimore Ravens, man, they said enough of this rush garbage that we've been watching. Let's get good old Snoop up in the building, man. Snoop Huntley came through. He left the versus battle over the weekend in Vegas against against Cash Money, and he decided, man, let's call Snoop Dogg to come on through for this game, bro. And I'm not gonna say he had his best game, but he damn sure changed the tone of his offense, and he at least made it look competent. Rock, to be honest, I will just say, me personally though, I think no knock on the Ravens. I think this was more on the Bears losing the game than the Ravens winning the game, bro. When I watched how this game looked, Caleb Williams looked like hot garbage, bro. He was terrible. Those DeAndre Swift breakout runs that he was getting over the last couple of weeks, he wasn't doing nothing. I mean, he had 4 yards of carry, but it wasn't a consistent way of running from the offense. Rome had a big game, but it just looked like, man, Caleb Williams, bro, 25 for 38, 285 yards and an interception, but he just didn't look good. He didn't look competent. He didn't look ready. And the Baltimore Ravens defense, I will say, to redact kind of what I said about the Ravens not showing up. I mean, the Bears just losing it. The Baltimore Ravens defense looked damn good against Caleb, and that's why he didn't look as good. So I won't just slight that defense and act like, Caleb just had a bad game, because clearly the defense was the reason. But yeah, man, I think Baltimore is, I'm not gonna say they are back, Rob. You feel me? But I think they're doing what we both spoke about coming into after the bye week, that they have to win. This is time. This is lock-in time, and they play on Thursday. So I was kind of like surprised they didn't play Lamar, but now I guess it makes sense when you think they got a game on Thursday. Why make Lamar come back on a back-to-back short week? Let's just run with Snoop and run it up. And fortunately for you guys, they won the game, man. So that's one step closer to what they needed to continue to growing and blowing up in this division. And the Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers also lost, bro. So, hey, Ravens got a chance, baby, Thursday night. But let's talk about Sunday, man. How you feeling about your team? You're repping. You got your hat on. You even got your purple jacket, man. Is that purple right there, brother? Okay, I see you. All right. Let's go. I'm going to be quiet there, man. You do your thing. Flock Nation in the building. Let's get it, Rob.
Purple plaid, man. So that's I love being able to wear this during this time of the year, Fizz. Just feels like plaid goes with everything. So
yes, sir.
Yeah, trying to get the combo, the color combination, celebrate the win. We've had too few of those as Ravens fans. Avi is in the chat. He understands how rough it's been being at the basement of the AFC North with the Browns keeping us company down there. It's like we're both chained up to a radiator, seeing which killer is, who the first victim's going to be in the horror film. So luckily it wasn't us. We've been spared, and we have to just keep winning, Fizz. If we're going to be able to get out of that basement and survive, we got to keep winning from here on out. It's basically every week is a playoff game. Luckily, the Steelers lost. Luckily, the Bengals lost, which was absolutely insane. And then the Browns lost. So everyone lost except us. Absolutely love that. Some of the key takeaways from this game, just from, an accomplished, like a career accomplishment. Derrick Henry, his 2 rushing touchdowns, Fizz, he surpassed Hall of Famer Walter Payton for 5th all time in touchdowns with 112, which was awesome. Tyler Huntley, I was talking shit about on the Start Shit Show. I feel like this is the only win I've seen from him in like 5 years, Fizz. So absolutely love that he was able to do that. And a lot of that had to do with his rushing. See, he had 53 yards rushing on 8 carries, 17 of 22 for 186 yards through the field. So they didn't need him to do a lot through the air, Fizz. I think a lot of this came down to the Bears. They had 11 penalties this game, Fizz. Did you know that they're 31st in penalties in the league? They have 9.1 penalties per game.
Damn.
So absolutely not good. That is not what you expect from Ben Johnson offense. So I don't know. There's just too much for them to be able to handle. I think that was one of the things that he said in the press conference, especially when it comes to the offense, Fizz. This is a very complicated offense. And Caleb Williams and the rest of this offense is going to have to go through their growing pains. So I really do want to see how they develop things, because the running game was non-existent. The running game the last 2 weeks has been great, Fizz. They had 96 yards rushing as a team. Mm-hmm. They've been far better the previous few weeks. So it seemed like they were getting those things going in the right direction so they can be a lot more balanced. But I want to see just how Caleb Williams is able to figure things out. Because Rome Odunze, he had a decent game. Love seeing Colson Loveland be a lot more of a factor with Cole Kmet out. But yeah, I guess I'm really wondering what your opinion is on how you think this is going to play out by the end of the year, Fizz. With Caleb Williams, with this experiment, with the Ben Johnson experience, do you think they're going to make the playoffs? Or do you think this is going to be, we have to wait until next year to really see how things are going to turn out?
Well, I was literally going to go to the playoff conversation, and I'm looking at it now. They're 4-3. Detroit is 5-2. Packers with that tie kind of got the upper edge on a lot of teams. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the Packers are number one in the whole NFC with that tie. So 5-1-1. And then you got the Vikings, which, I mean, J.J. McCarthy is coming in this week. He hasn't played football really his whole NFL career. He played like a game and a half. So he's on that A-Rich trajectory right now. I'm not.
Oh, God.
I don't mean to say it that way, but I'm saying,
That's bad, Fizz. That's bad.
Well, as far as NFL caliber goes, because he did play more college football than A-Rich. But I'm just saying that to say, man, he hasn't proved us nothing. He hasn't shown us nothing. He has a capable offense. All the weapons that he needs to handle what he needs to handle. Carson Wentz is out for the year with a shoulder injury. So it's JJ time. And I know we're talking about the Bears, but I'm just saying all that to say the Bears are only one win over that Vikings team. And they're one loss behind that Detroit team. So they still in the mix, man. I just say, Rock, I think this is going to be a little tougher than what we thought, man. Like we just said earlier, we expected a lot from this Bears team. We expected Ben Johnson to come over from Detroit and kind of this, play the puppet master and put everybody in place and pieces they needed to get and places they needed to go. I'm not saying a trade would make anything that much better, but the NBA is not like the NFL. We all know that. But let's just see if they make a splash move, man, before this deadline and say, hey, you know what? We missing one piece. Let's do this and try to advance. Because I think if they stay the way they are, it's not a problem, but they're telling us that they're still trying to go through the process. They're not going to rush this thing. So if they make a trade right now, and I'm not saying I heard anything, I'm just bringing it up. If they make a trade today, or tomorrow, or the next day, now they're telling us, okay, it's go time. We're trying to win this. If they don't, they're pretty much saying, listen, we got time. Caleb is on a rookie deal. We ain't worried about nothing. We'll figure it out. And I do like Ben Johnson, man. I like what he brings. So I'm not going to fall out and say that they're washed up or they done, but I'll be honest, Rock. The NFC North, man, is tough, bro. It's going to be tough to make a playoff spot.
They ain't going to wait on you. There's no time with how good the Packers are, with how good the Lions are. There is no time to wait. And I think that's the tough thing. For me, I don't think they're one piece away. I think they have all the pieces they need, Fizz. I think it just has to do with the scheme and them getting comfortable with it.
For sure.
Confidence.
It's
confidence and being able to execute arguably one of the most complex offenses in the NFL. That's what Ben Johnson wants. He has a very high standard. And he asks more of his players than probably a lot of other players as far as what they have to do up here. And before the plays even snap. So the game has to slow down for Caleb Williams. I think main thing. So
confidence, baby. Let's keep breathing, keep living it. D-Walk, man. I'm glad you asked this question, brother, because tonight, that's what we will be bringing to you. Contending teams, playoff push, making that trade to get you where you need to be. That's exactly what we're doing tonight, brother. 7:25, maybe 7:30 p.m. It's going to be magical, but we will talk about it a little later. But D-Walk, I'm glad you asked this question because that's what we bring in tonight, brother. So make sure you stay tapped in with us now. But tonight we got you covered on this one, man. No worries.
Yeah, at least for a little bit. Then the freaking train might go off the rails.
Yeah,
So
okay.
Ask
Rock,
that question at the very beginning.
Rock bringing the heat tonight, man. Make sure you bring your bag. Lots of candy, lots of tricks, no treats for you, baby. All right. So we're gonna hook it up for you, D-Walk, tonight. Don't worry about it, man. But we did have ATM tapping in, man. My boy Voorhees, my man Big E up in the building. Your co-host of a Ravens fan, man. So shout out to y'all. And Rock, man, I'll let you know this. I wasn't gonna say nothing, but now we talking about the damn Ravens. Hey man, I caught me a Lamar jersey last night, man. It's in the mail. All right. So I just want to let you know, big dog. So
that's
hopefully
awesome.
I'm that spark that y'all need. I might, well, that's my dog right there, man. It was on sale, 30% off. I said, why not? Man, me caught my boy one time. I ain't got it. So let's hook it up.
You better not be a curse.
I hope I ain't. That's why I let you know ahead of time.
He's already been hurt. So
I just had to let you know ahead of time, big dog. All right. But let's get to the next game, man. I know we said we weren't going to talk about Buffalo and Carolina. I will just say it's just crazy that Buffalo, this is an up and down league, Rock. We know this. Outside of the level of competition that I always talk about people playing, I feel like we know what the Buffalo Bills bring, man. They can lose to a team like the Atlanta Falcons and then beat the Chiefs the next week or the Green Bay Packers the next week, and I would not blink an eye and say, you know what, that's what they're supposed to do. So it's a week-to-week league. I'm looking now, Josh Allen, he only threw 19. I wasn't even gonna talk about this game, Rob, but I'm gonna bring it up because Josh Allen, this was a James Cook game, man. I know I keep saying that, Rob. But
I ain't gonna talk about this game, but
I know. But I don't want to talk. I just say the game. Let's talk about the Bills, not the game. Josh Allen only threw 19 passes, bro. That's never been his thing, right? 19 passes. But James Cook went out there and had 216 yards. That's what I'm saying. We can't not talk about this, Rob. 216 yards, 2 touchdowns, 11 yards a carry. I mean, hey, man, James Cook, Jonathan Taylor, Saquon Barkley, Bijan Robinson. I mean, these are the anchors, even though, they got Josh Allen. These are the anchors of their offense, man, when it comes to just lace them up and let's get busy. So what you thought about this big game from James Cook and pretty much Josh Allen saying, listen, man, the floor is yours, man. Do your thing.
I mean, it's just the main thing that I took away from this is just how good Josh Allen and James Cook can be, that you don't even need any other players really on offense. When Khalil Shakir is your other big name on offense, it's just like, it just really goes to show the type of game that the Bills want to play, which is, hey, if you can stop James Cook, then and it can also stop Khalil Shakir, then Josh Allen is just going to use his legs. So they're not as flashy as other offenses. They're not like the Kansas City Chiefs that are going to tear you apart with stretching the ball down the field. They're like the anti-Kansas City Chiefs, which is what they've been hoping to be able to build over the last few years, Fizz, in order to beat them in the playoffs. Just hasn't worked yet. Yeah. So as great as these Bills can be, all I care about is what they're going to do in the playoffs, not what they're going to do against Jake's freaking Panthers, who couldn't do shit. Andy Dalton looked like he was playing for the Bills, Fizz. Did you see how bad of a game that he had? It's just like he was turning the ball over. He looked like he had never played an NFL game, Fizz.
Bro, listen, I would rather have a hurt Bryce Young than that Andy Dalton we saw, man. That was terrible.
It was absolutely awful. Just oh my God. It was so bad. So let's just look at the box score. Don't just look at Tedder McMillan having 99 yards. It's none of that shit matters with how bad they played. So,
well, I will say this though, Rock. I don't know if you heard the coach, man, Canales. He said that right now he believes Chuba is the RB2 because Rico has literally stepped up and taken the job.
Yeah,
I still think it's a 1-2 punch thing. I still think you look at the this game, it was 12 attempts, 34 yards and a touchdown from Chuba, 8 attempts, 54 yards, no touchdown from Rico. But Rico had 6.7 yards a carry, and Chuba was pretty much just getting the ball and falling over. So
Rico not being hurt, he just definitely looks like the better back.
And I
But
think that's
Chuba is
what
a
people
captain, and I know Canales said, "Hey, we want to still keep Chuba as the RB1 because he's coming back from injury. We're going to give him a little bit of
exactly,
grace."
bro. People forget
So,
about that, man. When you're a running back and you hurt your leg, your calf, you won't be 100%, bro, when you come back, man. Like, what is going on here, man? Like, you run the ball. Like,
well, here's the thing, though. It's just like it's between loyalty and what's best for the team. Fizz, no one's going to argue that Rico Dowdle is better for the team right now. I
for
mean, he
sure.
had two 200-yard games in a row.
100%.
The thing is, like, what about morale though? So it's just like, are you going to stay loyal to Chuba, who's been killing it for the last few years and earned that awesome
Just hate him.
contract?
Yeah.
Or are you going to give it to Rico, who's been playing lights out? So I think regardless, it doesn't matter because when Andy Dalton's your fucking quarterback and he's throwing pick sixes and safeties and all this other shit, I mean, it's just going to be bad. So
That, my
James
brother,
Cook,
it's all the truth. That right there is the truth, bro. Honestly, I don't want to cut you off, but I do because that's the last thing you got to say. You don't even got to expand on it.
I got one more thing I want to say though.
My fault. Go ahead.
I ate that L about Keon Coleman the first week. But he ain't done shit since the first freaking week.
Now I gotta cut you
so
off.
I want
man.
everyone to know Keon Coleman is still not that guy. He's still not that guy.
He ain't got nothing to do with this, man. Why you gotta bring my dog up, man?
Because he hasn't done shit since week 1.
All right, let me go grab his jersey, man. Let me look that up, man. All right, let me hook him up, man.
Please do.
And Patty, it was on Fanatics last night, brother. Midnight. I just randomly was searching online. I'm always online doing something I ain't supposed to do. And came across the sale. That's why I ain't got no damn money. Always coming across the sale. And it said 30% off, and it ends at midnight. So I was looking for the Kyle Pitts one. They didn't have that one on sale. How do you have Lamar's jersey on sale but not Kyle Pitts? I have no clue. But I end up with the Lamar, baby. So sorry, my brother. But if that sale come back up, I'll let you know, man. I'll keep you posted, big dog. Rock, okay. Speaking of ugly games, ugly performances, but also high scoring. Hey, man, let's talk about the Jets and Bengals. 2 of your favorite teams. 2 of your favorite quarterbacks, brother. Huh?
Joe Flacco, elite. Absolutely. And we do have love for Justin Fields because we love a guy. He's a modern day Rocky, Fizz. He just goes in the ring, gets his ass beat, but then when he gets that one win at the end of the movie, it's just like, and his face is all beaten up and bruised. I mean, you can't not cheer for that. Absolutely, especially with the context going into this.
Exactly, bro.
You want to tell the people what Justin Fields had to deal with this whole week before he pulled out and gritted out this win.
Bro, the man's been through hell and back, man. The owner said, hey, if you got a quarterback like that throwing the ball, meaning Justin Fields, the guy he's paying, literally said you got no chance as a team to win when you got a quarterback like that. Like single-handedly, he pointed out his quarterback and said like that. Tyrod Taylor was supposed to start. His leg ended up hurting. I'm not saying that we praying that it happened, but sometime, man, it's already written, Rock. And right now, that story was written for Justin Fields to get demoted, get his confidence low, come back in the locker room, say, all right, bro, we're going to give you a chance, but don't fail us. And I'm going to be honest, man, I love how my boy stood tall, man. I listened to him. He said he's going to be vulnerable. He said this week he sat in his closet. He was crying on the floor. He had a whole lot of emotions going up, not about losing his job and all the media stuff. He said it was more so he stopped believing in himself and what he could do. So just seeing him overcome that, and I'm not even sitting here acting like he had a Josh Allen-like game, right? But the man threw 65% completion, 244 yards and a touchdown, no interceptions. He looked good. I mean, if Andy Dalton is still getting starts, Rock, Tyler Shuck and Spencer Rattler going back and forth, all this garbage play at quarterback, and Justin Fields always gets singled out. I don't know if it's because the media is in New York and, you know, it's just easy to get a camera in the locker room around there. I don't know, but to see my boy bounce back after getting all the criticism, and they got a bye week. So now you win before the bye. That's what they really needed more than anything, because now you get 2 weeks to celebrate, get your mind right, get your spirits up. But one thing I will say I didn't like about this game, Rock, and I'm going to let you break it down. When Breece Hall threw that touchdown, did you see the throw?
Mason Taylor, 1:54 seconds left, the game winner.
If Justin Fields would have threw that pass and Mason Taylor dropped it, they would have said that was one of the worst passes of all time, bro. That pass that Breece Hall threw was terrible. It wasn't good. but Mason Taylor caught it.
Thank God for him. Thank
So
God
it
for
looked
Mason Taylor.
good. If Fields would have threw that same pass in the same spot, they would have dogged him if Mason Taylor didn't catch it. So I'm glad that they won. I'm glad he caught it. But I'm just saying, man, I wish he could have got that play because I would have made me feel a little better about my boy, man. But anyway, man, what you thought about this game? Because it was high scoring. The highest scoring of the week. Who the hell would have thought the Jets and the Bengals would have had a shootout 39-38, Rock? That wasn't on nobody's cards. It ended up happening. Brees Hall with a throwing touchdown, 133 yards, and 2 rushing touchdowns. Man, the Jets was going. It was already written, Rock. The Jets were taking off on the Bengals, and it wasn't no looking back, bro.
When everyone was picking Chase Brown to start and shit, I picked Brees Hall, who just happened to be the RB. I believe he was either 2 or 3, easily top 3. There were some other crazy rushing performances from Sunday, but Fizz, the Jets racked up 502 total yards versus the Bengals. You just talked about Brees Hall and what he was able to do, especially at the end of the game with the game winner to Mason Taylor. Yeah. The offensive line allowed 0 sacks and only 1 pressure in the entire game. I don't know if that's an indictment on the
Bengals. But I'm going to let you.
Hendrickson, I know, missed a lot of this game, but they gave up, Fizz, 20 sacks in the previous 3 games. They gave up 0 in this one. So that is a huge, huge swing for them to be able to do that. They had 254 total rushing yards. It wasn't just Brees Hall that was, exploding from huge games. Isaiah Davis had some really good gains too.
Yes, sir.
So 254 yards rushing, that's a season high for them. And yeah, they yielded. The Bengals gave up 23 fourth quarter points. Man, what is up with all these defenses, Fizz? How come every week there is a new record for the biggest, what is it called? What am I trying to say?
Fourth quarter meltdown or something?
Yeah. It's just like it's been so bad. It seems like every week. I mean, just look at the Bengals are like saying to the Giants, "Hold my beer. I'm going to do it even better than what you did last week."
Hey man, it's all them damn Uncrustables, man. I don't know if you heard, right? The NFL runs through the most Uncrustables of any place on the earth, bro. They run through like millions of dollars of Uncrustable peanut butter jelly sandwiches. Like, what the hell is going on out here? I don't know. But
get your orange slices in at halftime. Jesus Christ.
Hey, Rock, man, the peanut butter jelly got to the Bengals defense, bro. I don't know, man, but I just think, man, I know we had a conversation yesterday about the coach, man, and yes, I agree with you, bro. I don't think he's a head coach, but I think
Aaron Glenn does not look good when he's in front of the podium. It's just like, just don't acknowledge the shit that Woody Johnson says. When you have to do mental gymnastics saying, oh, does Woody actually not want him to start? Does Woody actually hate him? It's just like, come on, man. It's just like, he didn't actually say those exact words. I'm like, Jesus Christ, you know what he meant. And it's just a bad look. You can't have your boss talk so publicly negative about his employees. That just looks, because then you look like the dumbass for hiring him.
Exactly.
It's just like, and the one thing that I absolutely loved that someone asked him is like, do you think you're a good owner? And he's like, well, not in terms of winning, I'm not, I guess. So,
well, I'm glad he admitted that part. We all know that.
Yeah, we all know that.
But I will just say, man, I like that. To me, he seems like a player's guy, a coach's coach, a man of men. And that locker room looked like they was elated to get that W. But they look like they did it for the coach. They don't even look like they did it for themselves. I want to win this for coach because we love him so much. I honestly, personally, just believe it is his first year, though, right? We got to give people time, man. And not everybody is suited and booted to get ready and locked in on week 1 of a $1 billion, $1 trillion franchise company, man. Like, you got to go ahead and let this guy learn the system. He's a head coach now. He's coming from learning from Dan Campbell, who how Dan roll. You know what I'm saying? So he's already kind of filling some shoes. That he's looking at the Jets franchise, like the owner just said, man, to be the head coach there, man, you got pressure to even make the playoffs, let alone get 1 win in your first 7 or 8 games. So I don't want to throw him in the trash yet as a head coach, but I just do believe that he doesn't seem like a locked-in head. Like, this might be his first and last term as a head coach. Now, defensive guy, I like what he does, but just the head coach, hopefully he gets it together, man, and he can bring some things back to the New York Jets that haven't been there for a long time. Robert Saleh went back to the 49ers, and look what he doing with that defense. They look good. He just not a
Yeah.
head coach, So not everybody's built for that, man. McDaniels in Miami, same thing. We get to there though. So hopefully, he take his week off. He ain't got to worry about nothing. No stressing. Feet up on the couch. And I don't know if you saw this, Rock, but Trey McBride made a tweet over the weekend. And he said, hey, man, I feel weird being off on Sunday and it's tight end day. What am I supposed to do? Like, what do y'all do at home on Sundays? And I started texting him like, relax. That's what you do, brother. Don't stress over nothing. You ain't got nothing to worry about. Your team is trash anyway. You know what I'm saying? So just cool out. You one of the top dogs, but don't even worry about it, man. Take
you don't get to the top though, relaxing though, Fizz. And I did want to bring
I feel it.
I do want to bring this up, and I think this would be a good discussion to have about Aaron Glenn versus Dan Campbell. So, Do you know who Dan Campbell's what his record was his first year in Detroit?
It was 0-16 or 1-15, right?
3-13-1.
So the next year they went 0-16, right? They went under him. They went like winless, I believe, under Dan Campbell, or 1-15. I want to say. It might have been year 2 then. Let me know if I'm wrong, Rob.
Yeah, it's in 2022, his second year, he was 9-8.
What year did they go?
I think that was before Dan Campbell.
Oh, okay. That might have been the year, but right before Dan Campbell, and then. All right, cool. What?
I remember them going 0-16, but that was earlier on in Matt Stafford's career.
Why they say this? The 3-13 felt like 0-16, brother. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. But my point is, it's like 3-13-1. Sometimes it takes a lot in order before you start to see the wins and losses start to decrease and the wins start to pile up, Fizz.
Yeah.
With a team and an organization that is synonymous with losing and the paper bags over your head, you think of the Detroit Lions. And then the New York Jets, they've been the exact same thing. They're the AFC version of the Detroit Lions, them and the Cleveland Browns. We got two terrible teams.
Hey, look, Carolina Panthers is kind of like the same, on the NFC.
They're trying their absolute hardest no longer to wear those costumes every given Sunday. But my point is,
I think Jay Jack just made a great point. I think Dan Campbell played for that team. That's what it was. I know it was something. He was on the roster when they was 0-6. I mean, 0-16. Yeah. He wasn't the coach. So good pull, Jay Jack. I do remember Dad had something associated with that. I'm bugging it. Yeah.
He definitely, he did see that 0-16 team firsthand. Yeah. Unfortunately, he did have to go and experience that. But my point is, before you can really start, because I know you were talking about like the scheme and everything being able to take time to be able to marinate. Dan Campbell's main mission his first year was to change the culture. Fizz, how many times have you gone into, and I've gone into just these environments at your work where everything literally is toxic. All it is negativity. All people do is talk shit about all the other people who aren't doing their job when they themselves aren't trying to make things better. I couldn't imagine a more toxic environment than the New York Jets. And that actually came through in the players' poll when they rate the organization as far as the coaches, as far as the ownership, as far as the facilities, everything when it comes to their job, the New York Jets were at the very, very bottom. And also, too, the owner, he was like the only owner to get like an F. So it's just like when your boss is like that, when the environment is like that, it's bad. Yeah. So the main thing that I feel like Aaron Glenn really needs to focus on is the culture. And I don't think he's doing a good enough job doing that, because I never heard Dan Campbell in his first year when they were 3-13 for him to look as defeated as Aaron Glenn does. And I don't know if that's because of the ownership in Detroit versus in New York City, but I just need to see a lot more positivity and him have his guys back a little bit more than just going straight to Tyrod Taylor. I want to see him defend his players a little bit more despite all the noise. I want him to be more like Justin Fields. Justin Fields had the exact right mindset. So he hasn't said anything negative, Fizz. Have you noticed that? He said negative about his players, about his coaches, or about his ownership. He said, I have nothing to do with that. That's outside noise. I'm just going to focus on me. And I need to see Aaron Glenn be a little bit more of that. I mean, he got to see and witness it from Dan Campbell.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I feel like I can't really get behind Aaron Glenn. I really can't, because I feel like he's failed in that regard. So,
well, I'm gonna backtrack that one, Rock, and I think I'm gonna go against you on that one. And this is why.
okay.
Because you got the owner literally calling out the quarterback, like in the press conferences, in the media. He said, "This guy is garbage," pretty much, right? Then Aaron Glenn never said Justin Fields not good. He never backed it up. He just couldn't stand in front of it. But you got to think about this. Dan Campbell being in Detroit, he probably knows he's there. He's secure. His job is safe. So he don't have to come out and not know what to say because he knows his ownership has his back. Aaron Glenn is in a place right now where the owner, bro, is so rogue, he might fire him tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like his situation might not be as comfortable as Dan Campbell. And he also knows that he is his own Justin Fields in the coaching space of this team. So he know one wrong move, he could be out the door. So I think he didn't want Tyrod to play, bro. Trust me. I really believe he wanted Justin Fields to save. I don't know if you saw this play. I don't know how much of the game you saw. When Justin Fields scored it was a 2-point conversion, I believe. Fields ran the ball and went up, and he scrambled the way he did. As soon as he came off and took the helmet off, Aaron Glenn pointed at him and did just like this. I believe that was Aaron Glenn saying, "Thank you." You know what I'm saying? Like, thank you, bro, because I didn't want to bench you. I did not want to do it. The guy said I had to, and right now I'm walking on eggshells like you. I really believe Aaron Glenn got Justin Fields back. It's just right now, Rob,
When it's convenient, when he's making plays, I want that consistency. And he also, too, when he talks about the media pressure being nothing compared to New York media, that people are people. It's just like people are always there's always going to be that high pressure no matter where you go, because it's the NFL. And if you know anything about the NFL, if you know anything about those head coaches, you know anything about playing QB, the pressure is insurmountable no matter where you go. It's just, especially if you're in a place of losing culture. And the Detroit Lions and the New York Jets, that's all they've done. It's just lose, lose, and lose. Because all these people care about in New York City when it comes to the Jets, or Detroit, they care about the Detroit Lions. They have diehard fans. I mean, it's just like they care so much about these teams. So no matter where you go, it's going to have that pressure. And I think personally, you just have to be able to tune that out. You have to already know what you're going to say ahead of time. You got to be able to anticipate the questions. Aaron Glenn, he makes it sound like every question he gets asked is completely out of bounds. Like he had no preparation that they were going to ask him these things. And then he's just trying to scramble for an answer. He looks like an idiot. You have to be prepared for these things ahead of time. And you have to take ownership of your own success. That's the biggest thing I feel like I figured out, Fizz. When I've had bad bosses, I'm not going to listen to them, because at the end of the day, if they don't want me here, they could fire me. But I don't want my success to be dependent upon their decisions. If Woody Johnson is telling me to start Tyrod Taylor, I'm going to just tell him, all right, we'll see how things go. And then I want to still play Justin Fields if I truly do believe in him. Maybe I want to last long as an NFL head coach for this.
You
but
would.
At least it would be my team, my QB. It would be the way things I want to run. Because
I'm going to say this, Rob. I'm going to give you. My fault. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Before I even take that job, Fizz, I'm probably just talking too much. Before I even take that job, I'm going to let it be known exactly how I'm going to operate. So maybe Aaron Glenn just did not set the expectations as much as he wanted to in order for him to succeed. Maybe that conversation wasn't as good as it needed to be when he took this job, because he needs to change things around. And I think a lot of that has to do with the ownership. So
100%. But I just finished this with this, bro. I really believe Aaron Glenn is the opposite of what you said, to be honest, Rob. But I'm going to bring it up to this way. Robert Saleh, right? And I don't want to go through this whole history of the Jets, because we literally want to talk about this Jets game. Robert Saleh, think about this. He had to wait on Aaron Rodgers to make his mind up for 4 months to say, yeah, I want to come back and play. Then Aaron Rodgers comes there and say, oh, yeah, I want this guy, this X-Packer right here, this X-Packer right. Aaron Rodgers ran that team. Robert Saleh had no say-so. All he had to do was just say, Okay, this is what y'all want. Cool. Let me just try to coach this sorry team that I can't win with, right? The problem is, as you just said about Aaron Glenn, I think every coach, Adam Gase was there, I believe, a little bit before. Who was right there before Robert Saleh? I can't remember who it was. Adam Gase was one of those coaches as well, right? All of these coaches failed because they didn't necessarily have the identity of a structured head coach. This is kind of like their first run at it. So when it's your first run, bro, it's kind of hard to say, this is my team, I'm gonna run it how I want, because it's your first run. A guy like Dan Campbell now, if he left Detroit and went to the Jets, he can come in the door and say, hey, I've been successful already. This is how we're gonna run it, and that's how it's gonna be. But when it's your first go-around route, it's easy to say that this is my team, let me run it. But when you got an owner that don't even know how to run the team or run the structure of the whole entire operation, me is one part of that. It's kind of hard to call my shot. The only guy I could tell you that did that was Rex Ryan. You know why? Because Rex Ryan is a no nonsense, I don't give a shit what's going on guy. But so I'm gonna say this, Rod. No, not on Aaron Glenn. Maybe that's who the owner need to hire in. Stop hiring new guys that are trying to grow in this game and hire a no nonsense. Go get John Gruden then, because you know John Gruden don't give a damn. He gonna do what he want to do when he want to do it. That's who you should go hire. Outside of that, these other guys, stop giving them chances if you really want to grow, or let them grow.
I think you just have to have a vision already figured out before you go into it. And your vision has to be better than everyone else's. Obviously, Robert Saleh, his vision, he couldn't pitch it to both his team and the ownership and to Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers' vision seemed a lot flashier, a lot sexier, and it just outshined Roberts. And look where they're at now. They paid up all that money to go win now, and they are going to be in the dumpster for years to come and paying for it. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know. It's very, very interesting. It's heartbreaking. It's sad. But this is what happens when you don't have shit figured out, Fizz.
Yeah.
And people like Justin Fields are the victims. They are. 100%. They're in their closets crying, thinking that they're not any good when you happen to be one of the best QBs to ever come out of Ohio State, to be as talented as you are, being able to throw the ball and to be able to rush the ball, and they're being treated like garbage. Because of the organizations they have played with. So that's why I get all fired up. That's why Dominic's like, tell us how you really feel. There are consequences to people's decisions when they don't have this shit figured out. And I've seen it in real life. So, and
just like Pops is pretty much agreeing with you. You better win now and immediately, because if you don't, they're gonna get you out of it. And I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm just saying a lot of times these owners hire guys that don't come in and say, my foot is down and here's my resume. But when you got a team like the Jets, like the Raiders, and I believe that's why the Raiders went and got Pete Carroll. I don't think they really necessarily
they're missing John Gruden now.
I don't think they really wanted Pete Carroll necessarily, but out of all the list of guys that were available that wanted to coach there, he had the biggest resume. And I think a lot of times, bro, broken teams need a resume. You can't keep hiring these first chance coaches to coach a broken team. We don't have time to grow together. We need somebody to come fix this and fix it now. You feel me? So I don't need you to come put tape on the leak, brother. I need you to fix it. So stop hiring this tape and let's get the screws and the nuts and the bolts and the ham, all that, man. Let's hook it up, baby. I call Bob the Builder. That'll be the next damn coach of the Jets. Bob the Builder, hook it up. You feel me? And look, I ain't gonna lie though, Rob. We talked about this game a whole lot, or the Jets a whole lot, but I did want to bring up, man, on the Bengals side, Joe Flacco, even though they lost, Joe Flacco is definitely in the prime of a 40-year-old man that says, listen, it don't matter where y'all put me at. I know that the Cleveland Browns didn't look so good in the beginning with him. 2 years ago when they got him and he filled in for Washington, he did his thing. Right now, first year with the Bengals, he doing his thing. And we already talked about, let's get him to Pittsburgh. But outside of that, though, Jamar Chase, another 19 target game, 12 receptions, only 91 yards, but it's clear that everybody knows Jamar Chase is the number one on this team. Joe Flacco clearly knows it. And if you got Jamar Chase, kudos to you. You ain't going to take that fall back down, man. But I just did want to bring up Joe Flacco because regardless, Rock, if the win or loss, for him to just get plugged into a new team and put up 38 points, and then, last week looked very competent, man. Shout out to Joe Flacco, man. I got to get Flacco flowers, man.
Yeah, I mean he's one of my favorite QBs of all time. He has a resume of winning, Fizz. He takes ownership. He knows what it means to succeed in this league, and he doesn't play with fear, Fizz. He is not afraid to target Jamar Chase 19 times or 23 times the week before. He understands where his bread is being buttered. Both him and T. Higgins, I think, are going to continue to have great games until Joe Burrow is able to come back. But now this defense, if it wasn't enough to let Joe Burrow down all the time in these like gut wrenching losses, how about we also do it to Joe Flacco and Zach Taylor? Someone was saying that this is the worst loss of the Zach Taylor era, is to lose to this winless Jets team. What do you think of that, Liz?
I'll say this, Rock. The coach is an offensive guy, right?
Yeah, but I mean, what does that mean when you have Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase?
No, I'm asking.
Yes, he has an offensive background.
Okay, and they scored 38 points, right?
Mm-hmm.
They lost because the defense gave up 39. And I'm not saying the coach doesn't have a part in doing that, but my job, I'm an offensive guy. Give me some damn help on defense. I did my job. I coached up my offense. They put up 38 points. I get it that we lost to the 0-7 Jets.
He didn't do his job, though. He's the head coach. He's not the offensive head coach. He's the head coach of the whole team.
I'm with you, and I will say that you are right. But I will just say, if I'm the head coach, I'm gonna say, listen, I'm doing my job. You know that gif of Shannon Sharp doing like this? That's me in the press conference. You see,
it's been like this for like how many years though? Ever since they went to the damn Super Bowl. Get your shit together, Zach Taylor. Come on.
I'm with you, Rock, but look at their defense is ranked number 32 every year. You can't keep blaming me, man.
And it's not because of bad players. They have some really solid players at every level. They had Trey Hendrickson. Trey Hendrickson is right up there with Myles Garrett and Max Crosby as one of the best defensive ends in the NFL. In a lot of ways, his metrics are actually even better than those two other guys. Mm-hmm. And that's being on one of the worst defense in the NFL over like the last 5 years. Okay, they have some skilled players. They just don't play as a unit. They don't play together. I'm
not saying he's the best head coach, right? I'm just saying if I'm calling you out for something, me personally, to protect myself, you hired me for offense. Look at the score. I ain't got nothing else to say. You let me know what else, because I did my job. That's what I would say. Now, as a fan,
the damn ball, then just go for it on fourth down. Just start doing that a hell of a lot more.
As a fan, I don't want to hear that, but as me protecting myself, listen, I did my job. That's how I'm gonna come at it. You feel me? But Rob, I want to bring this up because my boy Eve said that the Commanders became a better team because of the new owner. Right now, I'm gonna say this: when the Commanders came in, they got Jaden Daniels, yes. But who did they hire as the head coach on a broken team?
Dan Quinn.
A guy that's been to the Super Bowl already, right? They didn't go hire Aaron Glenn. They hired Dan Quinn, baby. You feel me? So I'm just saying, if the Jets got a guy who has already proven that he can be a head coach, maybe they can win some damn games. You can't keep hiring 1-year coaches and expecting good 10-year results. You can't do it. If the Commanders went out there, they said, we're not going to hire Aaron Glenn. We're not going to hire Robert Saleh. We're not going to hire a guy that ain't coached his whole life as a head coach. We hiring an ex-Super Bowl appearing coach. And look at where they went. So that's all I'm saying, bro. When you're a broken team, stop going to get random pieces to try to fill in the shoes, man. Go get some proven mentalities already.
And in the same way that you described Rex Ryan is exactly what the way that my wife described me the other day. A no-nonsense guy. And I feel like in certain times when the rubber meets the road, Fizz, you have to have a no-nonsense mentality. It doesn't even matter if you have a Super Bowl on your resume. Look at Mike McDonald. Can you tell in Seattle the way that he's turned around that team over the last few years? He is definitely a no-nonsense guy.
Oh, for sure.
You know? There are certain people like him. Dan Quinn, I think he has a lot of love when it comes to his team. He really, really shows it no matter what is going on. And I understand when you have Jaden Daniels, it's easy to feel the love because you have so many things that are going your way. But with a lot of these guys, if it's not going your way, like Aaron Glenn, I need you to rally your troops. And I need you, despite all the negativity in the New York media, all the negativity from your owner, you have to say, fuck you. I do not believe in that. And none of that stuff is going to help me to win. And this is my legacy on the line. It is.
Here we go, man. Hey, Rock, I like this fire, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. Listen, we've been talking about this for like 20 minutes, and I ain't gonna. When we first started, I told you, man, I ate my Freddy Flakes, man. I was tired, I was sleepy, baby, but I'm feeling good now, man. We back in the building. This is exactly what this conversation was needed. I feel good. Seemed like that we got more people watching now. It's popping right now, baby. So, let's get it started, man. I like where we at right now, man. You know, let's get it, man. Let's get to this next one right here, Rob. Because I did want to bring this one up, and those that's watching, man, we definitely appreciate y'all. But Rock, man, this wasn't about more so the West Coast team. This was about the East Coast team. And when I mean that, I mean the New England Patriots versus the 49ers, brother. No, I'm sorry, the Cleveland Browns. I'm sorry. Not a West Coast team. What am I talking about? This is about the AFC East team versus the AFC North team. And I don't want to talk about the Browns too much because there ain't much to talk about. I just wanted to bring up, it seemed like every week, Rock, we got a new MVP. First it was Dak, then it was Baker, then it was Pat Mahomes, then it was, every week is a new MVP. But I will say MVP like, this boy Drake Maye is cooking, baby. He is the Jaden Daniels of 2024 in the 2025 season. This dude, Drake Maye, if you haven't watched, it's not even this his stat line because it's, 18 for 24, 282 yards, 3 touchdowns, cool. But it's how he playing, man, and him not having the biggest weapons in the league. He don't have Jamar Chase. He don't have the T. Higgins. He got an ACL Ted Stephon Diggs, who, bouncing around with Cardi B every night. I'm pretty sure that's taking a toll on him too. And, he got a bunch of rookie receivers. He got Hunter Henry, who always going to hold us down. But I'm just saying he's doing it in a place where he has structure from the head coaching spot. That's number one. And number two, man, the dude is just going out there and he's executing every single week. And we all know this Cleveland Browns defense, no matter how bad the Cleveland Browns look, Rock, they are shutting down offenses with this defense. And Drake Maye said, listen, Myles Garrett got 5 sacks on this man. And he still said, hey, well, you knocked me down. I'm going to get back up and keep on doing what I'm doing. So the score 32.
Did you see that play where Drake Maye tried to fucking stiff arm Myles Garrett?
Yeah.
And it is not going to work.
Hey, Rock, well, that lets you know how Drake Maye feel, man. He like, look, man, I'm the big dog around here. All right? It ain't work out, but I'm just saying, regardless, Myles Garrett, for him to have 5 sacks on you, bro, and to literally look like the most dominant player in football history, and you still put up 32 points, that lets you know Drake Maye is locked in, baby. So what you think about this one, Rob?
This was an absolute, here's some really insane stats that are I want to talk about. So Drake Maye, his performance of 7 consecutive games with 200 plus passing yards and 100 plus passer rating matches the record set by Patrick Mahomes for QBs under 24 years old. Maye joins Kurt Warner and Ben Roethlisberger as second-year QBs to lead the league in passer rating through Week 8. Both of whom went on to not just go to the Super Bowl, Fizz, both of them went on to win the Super Bowl. So, Myles Garrett, he had 5 sacks in this game. He set an NFL record for most career sacks by a player under 30 years old. So I think he's up to it's 100 plus. I know that.
It's 100 plus for sure. Yep.
But I think he's 5th all time right now. And he's only 28 years old, Fizz. So if he just plays another 5 years.
Hey, bro, I don't know why I thought Myles was 30.
No, he's 28.
Damn, that's tough.
Yeah, it is. New England scored 21 unanswered points. Fucking Browns.
I'm surprised the first goal was answered, but go ahead.
Oh my God, Dylan Gabriel had 2 of the worst picks that you'll watch. He looks so bad. One thing before I forget, Fizz, if I could be any QB in the NFL, just swap them for Freaky Friday, for just 1 week, it would definitely be Drake Maye. You know why?
Why?
Not just because he's playing good. I would love to do a double date with Stephon Diggs and Cardi B.
My
Can
man
you
Rock always gonna make it interesting, huh?
can you imagine? Because you know how they do that, where it's just like both the QB and the wide receiver or whoever the offensive player
Yeah,
playmaker is, they'll do like weekly dinners with each
they
other,
do.
you
They do.
know,
I
just to
seen
build
that on the
rapport and
even on
camaraderie.
the quarterback show when it was St. Brown and his girl and Golf and his girl.
Gosh,
So yeah. Mhm.
yeah. So that's a pretty common thing. Can you imagine what the dinner would be like? Drake May, Stephon Diggs, and Cardi B just going absolutely.
That's all I'm going to hear the whole conversation. All right. But
But
nah, nah,
real
that's a good one.
quick,
Go ahead, bro. Keep cooking.
Travion Henderson
75
finally,
yards. Finally, baby. 7 yards a
finally
carry.
has his game. Yeah, career high 75 yards. Yeah, they finally got it together. I do feel bad on start shit. We tried so hard the week before, being like, this has to be the game, Fizz. You're never wrong. You're always just a week too early or a week too late. So Travion Henderson finally has the game that we were expecting. We were not picking him and start shit though, unfortunately. So this was the game to
Mhm.
pick him against. It was against the really tough Cleveland Browns, and Myles Garrett did everything he could. But Drake May, and shout out to Josh McDaniels getting this team as great. I mean, Drake May, I think, said after the game, Josh McDaniels was born to be an offensive coordinator. So when it comes to certain not everyone could be a head coach like Josh McDaniels tried to and failed very epically in Las Vegas, being able to do that. But as far as being an offensive coordinator, he's one of the
For
NFL.
sure. For sure. I will say this, Rock, man, before we move on, though. Remember, I told you, baby, I'm going to keep patting myself on the shoulder for this one. I said the New England Patriots will make the playoffs, baby. I know I put that in. I didn't put money on it. Should have damn sure did it. But that was on my list. I know I got the Vikings one pretty much wrong, but I'm going to ride or die with this one right here. They are 6-2 over the Buffalo Bills at 5-2, and Miami and the Jets don't count. Where we at with them right now in the AFC, not just the AFC West, East, but the AFC, Rock. Where you think these New England Patriots can finish, bro, at 6-2 currently, without their bad week so far?
They're in tier two for me. I think at tier one, I think I have to give it to the best record in the NFL, which is the Indianapolis Colts. And I think
Okay.
they're neck and neck. And this is going to be, before I forget, we were talking about games that we're looking forward to. How about when the Chiefs play the Colts?
Here we go.
So I think that's going to be must see TV. Whoever wins that game is the unquestioned king of the AFC. So for me, tier one, Colts and Chiefs. Tier two, it's Patriots, Bills.
Okay. All right. I like that.
Yeah.
I might can agree with you on that one. I will say, I think the Chargers is like 2.5. They like kind of right there. If they can get some offensive
There's two.
linemen.
It's just their injuries. That's the only thing
I was
with
about to
them.
say their offensive line can get intact, but I'm with you on that though. I like the Broncos, like the Chiefs, I like the Chargers, but I do think Drake May and these Pats, man, are on a different level right now. And I'm sure
Mm,
Maddie is double tapping the screen every time he see those players, man, because they out there cooking right now, baby. So
yeah.
shout out to Maddie and his squad. I know it's been a long time, man. Rock, man, I did want to bring this game up, but I want to bring it up in a different way, brother. This next game we talking is the Giants and Philly, just to let you know. As you know, our boy, or your boy, I ain't gonna say my boy, your boy, Cam Skattebo, man, suffered an injury of the ages, man. It looked like Dak Prescott. I remember when Dak leg turned, and it was against the Giants of all teams. Leg turned or foot turned the other way, and Dak kept trying to stomp it like I don't know if he thought his shoe was off or what. He kept stomping. And that Skattebo foot, the injury looked the same. And instantly when you saw it, man, you know it was over with. I will just say, man, you asked me to get this music for my boy, man, and I wanted to bring that up. So for my boy Scat, man, Scat Pat is in the building. Rock, man. Let's take a moment, man, for our boy. All right, for our boy, good old Scatterboo. It ain't looking good for my boy, man. But let's just take a moment, man, for the fallen soldier, man. Take my hat off, man, for the fallen ones. There we go, big dog. No, you're supposed to be silent, but I got to keep on talking, man. All right. All right, Scat, we back, man. It's over with, man. I did want to let the horns play for my boy, man, because Fallen Soldier, Skattebo, Scat Pack, it ain't looking good, man. We was wishing you well, brother. We thought you was going to run up the tank on them, and it's over with, man. For 2025, unfortunately, Jackson Dart, the New York Giants, the Big Apple, the big greasy cheesy pizza, man. It ain't looking too good right now in New York with Skattebo being hurt, baby. I know Rock, man. My boy said play that music for me today, man. My heart is down, man. Flags down for my boy, man. How you feeling about the Skattebo injury? And let's talk about the Giants in Philly, brother.
There's a phrase I go to a lot of times in these times of my life is that the brightest stars, ones that shine brightest, they only shine for half as long, So I did very much enjoy what we were able to see from Cam Skattebo, somebody that we were praising as one of the best players coming out of this class, someone who has been one of the most productive college players, since CMC, who had everything that you could want, had the energy, had the juice, and could back it up with his talent. So, it was rough to be able. Some injuries, Fizz, just hit harder than others.
Yeah,
because there
especially
are
when you see him. It's not like we heard about it; we saw it.
Yeah. So he was a guy that has helped with Jackson Dart, put the team on his back. Literally, it's just been those two. And now Jackson Dart has gone from losing Malik Neighbors, one of the best wide receivers in the NFL, who a lot of people, including our guy Adam, was putting as the, by the end of the season, going to be the wide receiver one in Dynasty with Jackson Dart. Jackson Dart is just looking around now, and now he's by himself.
He's throwing darts. It's no red target no more. It's all green and white, and there's no big red dot in the middle of that target. He just throwing darts at any color at this point, Rob.
So I can only imagine how sad he's going to be that for whatever game, the next game he's going to win, he's going to turn around and try to celebrate with his teammates, and no one's going to be there. It's going to be Wan'Dale Robinson and Darius Slayton and Daniel Bellinger. And he's gonna be like,
damn,
where's Malik? Where's Cam?
Yeah.
And his coach is gonna want to come over and kiss him, and it's just too much now. It's just too much. But our toughest soldiers have to go through the hardest test, Fizz. So Jackson Dart is gonna have one hell of a rookie season from here on out. He's only halfway through this marathon race. But yeah, very, very sad. I think with his injury, it's very likely he needed emergency surgery later that day. He might even still be in Philly. I don't know if he ever came back. I know he was there for a couple of days.
Well, they said Big Dom from Philly brought the whole family pizza and subs, Philly steaks, man, through the hospital. So I said, yeah, man, Big Dom trying to keep Skattebo fat, man. He trying to get him out of shape, man. But shout out Big Dom, man. I don't know if y'all know, but that's the enforcer for the Eagles, man. He's like the mobster, man. He holds it down. And they say he went through the hospital and hooked the whole family up with pizza and sub sandwiches, bro. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
It's very, very kind. You need to be able to have things like that in order to bring people together during the tough times, Fizz. I'm sure Cam Skattebo, when he was hearing the, what the doctor was saying about his ankle, he was probably saying, just pull the plug on me. If I can't go out next week and be able to run my head through people and take their souls away, why even bother going on with it? So we can't wait until he's back on the field.
Get me back out there, right? Just cut it off. I need to get back out there.
Just give me a new foot. With this type of injury, you just have to think it's probably going to be lots of ligament tears.
For sure.
Way that he's not playing the QB position, Dak has not ever been the same ever since then. When it came to his mobility, he used to be a mobile QB.
It took like 4 years, right?
Yeah,
literally.
I don't have time to wait until Cam Skattebo is an older prospect. He's like 23, 24 years old. I can't wait till he's 28. He's gonna be
for
older
sure.
than
Bro, I think he's not gonna be right till mid 2027. I think if you expected him next year to come back and do anything for you, even if he starts on IR or the pup and he comes week 5 and the news, oh yeah, Skattebo's coming back. The way he run and the way he play, bro, he's never gonna be the same until at least 2027 to me. I think next year I don't even want to bank on him giving us the Cam Skattebo that we want to see. I don't see it.
So, on the other side of the ball,
Yeah, let's get to
because
the
there's
game.
only
My
so much
bad.
heartache I could take. No, I actually
I
was
feel you. I
crying
feel
a
you.
little bit yesterday thinking about this with that music playing. Saquon Barkley, finally. Now, I will say that it hasn't really been Saquon Barkley's fault throughout this year. The offensive line has just not looked right when it comes to the running game, Fizz. And obviously that's the case because Saquon Barkley finally looked like Saquon Barkley from last year. He had a 65-yard touchdown run on the game's second play, and he finished with 150 rushing yards. This is his first 100-yard game of the season, Fizz. Jalen Hurts continues to cook and be one of the most disrespected, underrated, whatever you want to call it, QBs in the NFL. He had 4 touchdowns, Fizz.
Bro, he didn't even go 200 yards and had 4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
It looked like a Matt Stafford. Didn't Matt Stafford had less than 200 against the Jaguars in London?
You know what? That's because these offenses that they're playing against can be so bad sometimes, and their defense is just turning these balls over that they already are in the red zone. It's just like, just ask about Matt Stafford and the Jacksonville Jaguars, who just completely, or the Carolina Panthers. It's like, oh, okay, yeah. As soon as the Andy Dalton goes back to pass, it's like, all right, here you go, Buffalo.
yeah, exactly.
But he didn't need to pass a lot because Saquon Barkley had a hell of a game. Also, too, Tank Bigsby had a hell of a game too. It looks all my Will Shipley shares. Man, those are exactly. They have gone into the sunset. They're going, and we're never going to see him again, Fizz. Your package, your Lamar jersey that you ordered from China that you got for $30, it's going to take 3 weeks for it to get here.
And I'd be here October 31st. Thank you, sir. But go ahead.
On the same container as Will Shipley. So Tank Bigsby had a hell of a game. Absolutely love seeing that. And what else? Oh, no, wait. Jalen Hurts. He has now 100 career touchdown passes. He's the fastest QB in Eagles history to be able to reach that milestone.
Like that.
They had 276 yards rushing on the ground, 9.2 yards per carry for the Eagles between Tank and Saquon Barkley. This is the 3rd consecutive game the Giants defense has conceded over 200 rushing yards, Fizz. So, not looking great on the Giants defense. Do you think, I don't want to just ask the same thing over and over again with the Eagles offense. So I'm going to go the other side of the ball. Is Brian Daboll going to survive this year? Or is Jackson Dart, after losing Malik Neighbors, after losing Cam Skattebo, is he going to turn around and not have anyone to kiss in a few weeks if they keep losing and Daboll gets fired?
Nah, I think once you realize what you have now with this Jackson Dart thing, maybe that was a Daboll call. Maybe Daboll said, I need him. So if that was his call, if he the one that stood and said, this my guy, I want him, and then the ownership and the team let him get him, I believe they're gonna stand behind Daboll, man. I don't see this Giants team. They've held on the coaches a lot longer for lesser reasons, Rock. You feel me?
If the Indianapolis Colts win the Super Bowl,
who's the last coach they had with the fanny pack? He had the fanny pack, chubby guy, man. He used to get on my damn nerves. Fanny pack, man. I used to call him that all the time. They held on to him way too long. He should have been up out of it. That was when Daniel Jones was the quarterback. But while you looked it up, I just say Daboll ain't going nowhere. I just think the media likes to bring it up because they're in New York. So I'm gonna ask you this, right? You get rid of Daboll, right? Who you gonna go get? Aaron Glenn 2.0? Who you gonna go get?
I don't know. I really don't know.
You just keep the guy you got. Don't just stop. Just chill, man. Like we good. We good. If I'm the Giants,
he's been there. He's been there since 2022, Fizz. Sometimes it's his time to go. Sometimes, get someone from the fucking college. How about who's the head coach out of Texas? What's his name? Sarkisian.
Okay, he been in 2022. Give me his quarterback Daniel Jones, right? Who they got rid of, didn't want.
And now who's absolutely playing at an MVP level. So if that was going to be my next point, if they win the Super Bowl with Daniel Jones, Fizz, can you imagine? That could be like Brian Dable is the one that's actually been holding him back.
Oh, it ain't right. It's not the same, bro.
Why isn't it?
Okay, give me before Saquon. I mean, I said Saquon. Yeah, when Saquon was there, he was hurt most of the time, right? Let's just say most of his time.
Because he wanted to be hurt. He didn't want to go out and play for the Giants.
Give me the Tyler Warren of that team. Give me the Michael Pittman of those teams. Give me anything that's compatible to the Colts team that this Giants team had during Dabo's first couple of years before
they've won 2 Super Bowls in the last 10 years.
No, I'm talking about during Dabo's time. I'm saying since 2022, when he had Daniel Jones, give me anything that the Colts roster looks like currently with Daniel Jones that the Giants had. Because it's easy to say Daniel Jones left them and now he's looking great. Yeah, I look great too if I had Jonathan Taylor running for 400 yards and 4 touchdowns a game. I'm not saying Daniel Jones looks bad. I'm not saying he's not a good quarterback. I'm just saying sometimes, bro, I believe it's more than just the coach. Daniel Jones' ticket was up in New York before Dabo even got there, bro. The fans didn't want him. I think he checked out mentally. I think he was done. Now he got a fresh start. He got a new coach that's betting his job on Daniel Jones. I think when Dabo went there, he didn't want Daniel Jones. He went there and said, man, I can't wait to get this dude up out of here.
Another reason why I always say, if you're going to take ownership of your success, you have to get the guy that you want then.
Well, I'm going to tell you this. Jay Gruden did the same thing when he had RG3 and he said, man, hell no, I want Kirk Cousins as my quarterback. That's what he did as soon as he got there. So you're right. Jay Gruden could do that. You know why? Because Daniel Snyder was on the boat. He didn't even know the damn team existed. So when you ain't got an owner that knows.
Oh, shit, I missed the draft. I was on my boat in Monaco.
Exactly. Jay Gruden walked into that building and said, hey, I could do that. You know when you go to work early and nobody in the building and you just go around this door jumping around doing dumb stuff because you like, look, nobody else in here. It's my building for.
Exactly.
That's what Jay Gruden did. All right. So I'm just saying that to say when Dabo got there, he did not want Daniel Jones. I think he wanted to try to make it work, but he really wanted his guy. He got his guy.
Kyle Shanahan is dealing with Mac Jones, his guy. The guy that he wanted all along.
I'm with you. So I'm just saying, don't throw him away, right? Dabo's safe to me. Let him build with his guy, man. The coach need a quarterback. Quarterback need his coach. It got to go hand to hand, man.
See, what I love about you, Fizz, is that you're very compassionate. You like to see all the different things that have gone not in their favor, not in their way, and you like to add that to the context.
Here we go.
When I see all those things, those look like obstacles that I need to smash through, Fizz. Oh, you're saying that I should need to draft this guy? Fuck you, I'm not drafting that guy. Oh, you think that I need to hire this guy? Fuck you, I'm not hiring this guy. This QB is going to be better. This GM is going to be better. And this is how it's going to go. But the unfortunate thing in my logic, Fizz, is things like injuries, because they've tried to address the offensive line. Has not gone their way. You get these busts that they've drafted, but overall, they've tried to assemble, and they've actually done a pretty good job of having a decently talented team. It's just like you just need to do a little bit more by this point. It's like the same thing that I think of with Tua, with Trevor Lawrence, Kyler Murray. After so many years, Fizz, it needs to get better. It has to get better.
Yeah,
and it can't just be all on a rookie QB doing it for you, Fizz. What are you bringing to the table, Dayball? So it's just that's what I need to see. For what you said earlier, they had Joe Judge, who was a special teams coordinator before him. They had Pat Shurmur. Who was it that had? Was it Pat Shurmur or Ben McAdoo?
Ben McAdoo.
Damn, had the slicked back hair.
He looked like Fanny Pack Mac. He used to have that fanny pack on all game, bro. He used to get on my damn nerves.
Oh my God. Yeah, and then before that was the incomparable Tom Coughlin with his nose.
He didn't even know where he was at the time, brother. So but all right, Rock, I feel you, man. Listen, man, you need to put your left hand up, man, because you out here, you know, you ain't worried about the haters.
Haters can't stand us.
you put your left hand up, man. You sound like a commander's out here. But I will just say, man, look, it look like, bro, the longer we stay on, me and Rock say we're going to keep it short. And the longer we stay on, the more people always coming through it. We ain't mad at y'all, man. I've been stalling because I ain't want to talk about my Cowboys, but now it's that time, man. I gotta go ahead and I gotta be real with myself, Rob. But I did want to thank the people for being here. I'm gonna get a quick reset, man. Let Rock get all these breaking records that Bo Nix done cooked up on my bum Cowboys defense. We appreciate y'all. Hit that like and subscribe button, baby. We'll be right back in about 30 seconds. All right.
Welcome to South Harmon. We glad you here today. Like and subscribe, that's what we really appreciate. Welcome to South Harmon, we glad you here today. Like and subscribe, that's what we really appreciate.
Welcome to the nightmare on Dallas Street, baby. All right? Hey, Rock, man. I had to bring this one up. I knew you weren't gonna be prepared for it. But I had
Oh
to
my god.
Welcome
That
to the
works
nightmare.
way too good. That works
Listen,
way
man.
too good.
The reason why I wore my Freddie Flakes this morning. All right, man. For those that can't see, these are my Freddie Flakes, man. They nice and crunchy, man. Sugar coated, baby. It's a lot of blood and everything on top of these. All right, but Rock, man, I don't got too much to say about my team, man, other than what the hell is going on up in here. It wasn't a good sighting. But let's just break it down a little bit, man. But beforehand,
What the hell?
that's all I could think about when I thought about this game, Rock. My boy Dak, man, had 2 picks. They was bad picks, but again, a lot of it was forced. It was we down by 21 points. We down 18 points. I gotta throw the ball and try to make a play. Jonathan Williams. I said Jonathan Williams. Damn, Rock, I can't even think of my running back name. Javonte Williams. There we go. Javonte Williams. That's how good Jonathan Taylor is, man. I can't think of my own damn running back, but Javonte Williams, man, had a mediocre game. Scored a touchdown against his old team. That was dope. That was cool. CeeDee Lamb and Pickens, man, pretty much 75 plus yards. And it was just average from the Cowboys, man, for the most part. But the worst part is the defense, man. That defense is just all right. And I asked you to look this up. I don't know if you did or not, because I know you break it down. And you don't got to say if you did, if you didn't. But how many times did this Cowboys team give up third down after third down after third down after third down? I think I heard during the game, they lead the league in third down penalties that causes the next team to get a first down. Like it was 3rd and 4 penalty. We stopped them on the play penalty. Every third down, we even giving it up. It could be 3rd and 19, Rock. Somebody gonna get a 20-yard run. Every third down the Cowboys give up, man. And it's how can you get off the field when you giving up third down? So this team is going to be what it's going to be. Dak Prescott is still playing the best ball of his career, minus this game. I still think people forget the Denver Broncos defense is dogs, man. I want to hear they want to pace to break the 85 Bears record for sacks. Literally, Rock. They out there smashing quarterbacks as they go. So let me know about this bum team, and then let me know about our boy Bo Nix, who's finally back where we need him to be. They said that Marvin Mims was going to be the one, but it looked like Troy Franklin said, it's Frankenstein time, baby. We in the building. What do you think about the Cowboys first? So let's break down these sorry old Broncos that beat us up, bro.
Shout out to Alan and shout out to Maddie and everyone else that picked Marvin Mims on start shit. Pretty sure he had 0 points. So not very good. In 2025, the Dallas Cowboys are currently allowing opponents to convert 53.2% of third down attempts. Fizz, do you know where that ranks?
Gotta be number 1.
It's at the very bottom of the league.
Well, yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, like the number 1 of the worst. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
so in addition to the third down,
every week, I'm talking about if you 3rd and 20, we're gonna give up 21 yards every time. It's crazy.
In their week 8 matchup, Fizz, so the average is 53.2. Week 8, 62% of third downs, Fizz.
Rock, I text you this. I said, Rock, please look this up because I'm watching this game and we giving up every damn third down on this game, bro. And a lot of it wasn't the Broncos doing it. It was us. We was getting penalties on third down, bro. It's crazy, man.
You guys all had Andy Dalton on defense.
Bro, it's ridiculous looking at that defense, bro. They're not even as bad as they look on paper when it comes to giving up field. They're causing penalties as giving up third downs and making them first downs, bro. It's crazy, man. Go ahead, bro. Keep cooking, man. I'm done with these dudes. Keep on cooking, man.
Liz, you know the last time when you guys beat the Denver Broncos? Do you know how
Super
long it's
Bowl?
been? You actually know that?
Yes.
Guys, so you guys won a Super Bowl in 1996.
Mhm.
So it's been a minute. It's been almost 30 years.
Yes.
You guys haven't beaten the Denver Broncos since 1995.
Yeah.
Pretty bad. That's one of the longest droughts in sports.
Hey, all I can say
right
is, yeah. That's all I can say.
now.
That's all I
Oh
can say,
my
Rob. Man, I'm
God.
hurting over here, brother.
Okay. Well, let's keep the
I'm
pain
fighting
coming.
for my life, big dog. Come on, man.
Let's talk about how great these Denver Broncos have been, because
Please,
they are
leave
on
my
one of the
people
best
alone.
winning streaks in the NFL. They're
Yeah.
right up there with the Colts and with the Patriots as
Mhm.
far as just their undefeated streak going right now. Bo Nix did not blow Nix in this game. He had 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. He had the highest passer rating of his career, 152.4.
Rock, say that
And-
again. Of his career, right? How many career
Career.
games are we gonna keep giving up, bro? Continue, but I'm just saying every week. Just know if your son, your nephew, your uncle, they play for the opposite team of the Cowboys this week, Rock, Marvin Harrison. I'm gonna call it today. Marvin Harrison Jr. will have a career game against the Cowboys next Monday night. I'm calling it right now, Rock. Go
I
ahead.
can't wait because I need to be able to trade his ass and get something back for it, Biz. So
Marvin
I'm going to
Harrison
be
Jr.,
banking
baby.
on that. All right, let's we can do a short of that. So after he does have their career game, we'll rewind it back to this moment right here.
I'm telling you.
Also, RJ Harvey had a career game. Bad week for me to trade him, Fizz. I traded him for Ricky Pearsall because I lost Jacoby. I lost Mike Evans. I am depleted at wide receiver in one of my juggernaut teams, Fizz. I guess it's not a juggernaut if I'm losing too many guys, but I traded him straight up for Ricky Pearsall. So I love Slick Rick. I do like RJ Harvey. I did not think he was going to have one of these types of games. Being in the committee that he is with the Denver Broncos, refusing to have 100-yard rushers, Fizz. Apparently, all of a sudden, now they are having 100-yard rushing games. RJ Harvey had 3 touchdowns. That's the most by a Broncos rookie in a single game since, guess who? T.D. Terrell Davis in 1995. J.K. Dobbins had another 100-yard game, 111 rushing yards on 15 carries, 7.4 yards attempt. That's his highest single game average since 2022. So the records keep coming, Fizz.
I know.
Denver scored 27 points in the first half. That's the most first half points at home since 2013 and their most points in any game since 2019, Fizz. And the Cowboys committed 3 turnovers. They had 5 touchdowns they allowed on their first 8 defensive drives. That's one of the worst in history for the Dallas Cowboys. So, the Denver Broncos, everyone was talking about like they couldn't get their shit together. They got lucky last week. Well, a lot of that juice, I guess, carried over into this game. And by the end of the first quarter, Fizz, their win probability went from 21% to 87% by halftime.
I can believe it, bro. I'm telling you, every week, man. If you got Kyler Murray, you want to trade him, just wait till Monday. I'm telling you, you want to trade Marvin Harrison next week? Wait till Monday. This defense is atrocious, bro. It is. They practice down in Crystal Lake, bro. Jason is down there somewhere, ready to slash him up, and they don't know how to stand still, so they run all over the damn place. I don't know what the hell going on, man. It's a Texas massacre down there, and it ain't looking good, Rock. So thankfully they were in Denver because they might have even been slashed up if they was in Texas this week. But I will just say, man, I don't know what to say about this team. Outside of the numbers, Rock, we 3-4-1. Philly is clearly the best team in this division. And it's crazy that the Cowboys are 3-4-1, Rock, and they're still number 2 in the division. Told Pops that, man, that even though we took the L, we was going to still be number 2, baby. All right. So I'll just say outside of the East, though, Rock, let's talk about some winning teams. And we got the Chargers. We got the Bengals. We got, the Chargers, the Broncos, the Chiefs. The Chiefs played last night, played the Commanders. We don't need to talk much about that game. It was big blowout, and they didn't have a full roster. But looking at this AFC West now, I know we just talked about the tiers that you have the guys in. You had the Chiefs at the top tier, and you didn't have the Chargers and the Broncos in tier 2. So where you got them at? They're not in tier 2.
The Broncos I'd put in tier 3, and then I'd probably put the Chargers there too, only because it hasn't been as consistent as it doesn't look the same as when I watch the Patriots or when I watch the Chiefs, Fizz.
Okay.
But they are in a winning streak that's hard to keep them out of like the top 5 teams. I'll put them in the top 5. I just think that when it comes to like playoff time, who I'm going to put actually money on, it's hard to bet against both the Colts or the Chiefs right now. So I'm not sure the Broncos are going to be able to do that. Also, too, I want to know what this injury is going to look like with Pat Surtain. They missed him the whole second half, and it didn't even matter, Fizz.
Well, I think I saw it earlier, right? He's missing 4 to 6 weeks, I believe.
See, that's another reason why I can't put him in tier 2.
Yeah. It's a shoulder injury. Let me double check that while you go ahead. But I want to say it was 4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the reason why I have to put the Broncos a little bit further down. But yeah, it looks like they're starting to figure things out. A lot more consistently. So
I just say the defense, they did take a hit, especially with the defensive player of the year. But I believe now our guy Bo Nix is catching his stride, and that's what we've been missing from the beginning of the year. I know we just talked about Drake Maye. Jaden Daniels has been hurt, so I can't really speak on how his play has been because he didn't have McLaurin. But I just think if you're looking at weapons, none of them have like a clear path of like Philadelphia Eagles type weapons. You know what I'm saying? Bo Nix has Cortland Sutton. He got J.K. Dobbins and Harvey. Cool. Drake Maye. I got you. Go. Give me 1 second. Drake Maye has Stephon Diggs, Hunter Henry. You got some younger guy, Pop Douglas, Booty. I mean, he got some guys that the average household don't even know. You know what I'm saying? The Commanders, you got Debo and Scary Terry and Bill, but let's just say out of 100, maybe 30 homes really understand who those guys are. So I'm just saying these 3 2-year vets, they don't have the greatest offensive weapons to even go to, but I think it's about strides now and how we talked about this yesterday, Rob, on the phone. And I told you a lot of these teams, when it comes to the stride and them catching heat and getting hot at the right time. I remember I brought up the Giants to you. You know what, Rob? I was talking to my boy Voorhees. That wasn't you, my bad. You my dog too. That was my boy, Mr. Voorhees. My bad. I'm sitting thinking like,
oh my God. That's like you talking to your wife. Hey, you remember this conversation we had? And wait, we didn't have that conversation. It's like, man, bro, no, I was talking to my other chick about that. Bro, oh no.
Both of y'all I talk football with all the time. So I'm saying that to say, I was telling my boy Voorhees that a lot of times in this game, bro, it's all about when you get hot and that stride that you on, right? I think the Broncos are on that currently because they went through the turmoil early. And as long as they can stay healthy, they're going to keep going, bro. And I think when you had a team like the Giants who were wild cards when they went to playoffs and won the Super Bowl because they got hot. And the same way I said about the Commanders last year, they had confidence, bro. They got hot and they never stopped going until they lost. So I'm just saying that to say teams like the Chiefs, they burning hot. You can't tell them nothing right now, right? The Chargers winning on Thursday night as they were injured. Now they starting to pick up a self-esteem. So it's a lot of teams right now, bro. Hot Philly. We had a lot of questions about Philly's offense. Man, it's trash. We don't know what to do. Philly done put up 30-some points and 500 yards of offense 2 weeks in a row. They not taking a step back now. Without A.J. Brown, they did this last week. So I'm just saying it's only week 8, week 9, but teams are starting to lock in and get to where they want to be. Because when that playoff time comes, it ain't going to be time to slow down, baby. You got to keep the train rolling.
Because who right now is going to turn their... Because right now what we're saying is a lot of teams have shown their true colors. We know right now who is going to be in the playoffs and who isn't. Biz, my question to you is, who is right outside knocking on the door that is going to surprise people that might be there in the playoffs at the end of the year?
I like
that we are not thinking about right now because so the easy one for the AFC, I think, has to be the Baltimore Ravens.
I believe so. And now I say this. We saying this now because I told you when you gave up on the Ravens, I said, bro, I ain't gave up yet, big dog. All right. Thursday is a short week, though. They gotta win. I mean, we all know they gotta continue winning. Thursday going to say a lot because it being a short week is going to let me know if you really, really ready or if that was just a fluke game that you won against the Bears who still trying to figure it out too. You know what I'm saying? So Thursday going to say a lot. They need that game, but I need to see Lamar come back and dominate. I don't want to see the Lamar that he doing like this, shaking his head, pulling his hair out, slamming his head. Nah, I want to see the cool Lamar, the one that's smiling with the grills in. That's the Lamar I want to see, man. I want to see that one. He don't even have to have a Superman game. I just want to see the confidence. That's all I really want to see from him. But they got to win that game. If they do that, easily the AFC runner-up or the one outside that window is the Baltimore Ravens for me, for sure.
Okay. What about on the NFC side? So let's pick one for each side. So we got the Ravens. We're going to surprise people.
I would have said Atlanta. I would have said Atlanta until they start looking like,
oh my god,
Falcons crap. Man, it's tough, Rock. The NFC right now, man.
Is it going to be? It's going to be the Bears, the Panthers, or the Cowboys? Or
Rock, I was literally about to say, even though they lost, I think it's still the Bears. I think it's still the Bears, man. I think once they hit the button and click, because it ain't got to come in week 8. It can come in week 12. They got 5 more weeks after that. Once they hit it, though, they got to hit it. And I think if I had to give it to a team, much as I want to say my Cowboys, until they figure out an identity of how to stop a player from scoring, I can't mention them. So I would say the Bears to me, because the 49ers have a winning record. Well, nah, they kind of lost.
5-3.
They're so banged up. Yeah, 5-3, you kind of already in there, right?
Purdy and Pearsall are coming back this week.
Yeah. So we can't add them. Seattle is dominating right now.
5-2.
Detroit, yeah. So right now, I think the Bears is that one team that's maybe on the outside looking in.
The Commanders, I know you didn't pick them for the playoffs, but can they turn it around or can the Vikings turn it around? Or are you just as out on them as the Falcons?
Well, I'm going to say this, bro, and I said this all off season. I think the Commanders' problem is it's not that they're not a good team. I just think they're an older team that right now, that confidence that they had last year, it's settled in. Like the pot was boiling and somebody took the top off and now all the air's released.
They were lightning in a bottle last year. That lightning's gotten out.
Exactly. And there's nothing wrong with that because in reality, they weren't the team that they ended up being in that NFC championship. Like
it was fun while it lasted.
It was fun, baby. There's nothing wrong with it.
You have to wait till next year.
We all know that if that same team won a Super Bowl, they definitely won't win one with this roster again. And there's nothing wrong with that. You have your quarterback. That was the key thing. Get your guy. Now you can build. So I think the Commanders are they're going nowhere fast. I know Pops don't want to hear it. And it is what it is. But let's just keep it a buck. Commanders definitely ain't going nowhere this year. I don't think they need to go nowhere this year. Let's just go ahead and let J-Day take his time. Keep Mariota in, man. You know, you don't need to rush your guy back, man. You ain't going nowhere. Terry McLaurin came back. We saw what happened to his hamstring or quad. Just chill, relax, man. All right. Now I think the whole family tree gonna jump on your boy now, right?
Oh my god. How many? So it's 7 teams that go to the playoffs now, right? So right now the NFC: Packers, Eagles, Bucks, Seahawks, Lions, Rams, 49ers. I think it's gonna look exactly like the way it is right now. I mean, the Bears might have a chance to sneak in. I don't think so. AFC: Colts, Patriots, Broncos, Steelers, Bills, Chargers, Chiefs. Governor brought up the Jags. Man, I'm not going to put any faith in Trevor Lawrence figuring his shit out, unfortunately. As nice as that was,
don't talk about the Jags, bro. Yeah, they are the worst winning record team we have in the league right now. They are trash.
So the only chance, I guess, the Ravens have is if they take the Steelers spot. That's it. Otherwise, I think the Colts, Patriots, Broncos, Bills, Chargers, Chiefs, I think those are all locks. And we'll see if the Ravens can take the Steelers spot.
I'm with you, and we don't need to talk about the Packers game because we definitely been debating all morning. I did like our show today for sure, bro. One of my favorites. I can't lie to you. I will just say that the Packers showed up. They dominated. Clearly, they were the best team last night. That boy Tucker Kraft went off. He's letting us know tight ends do matter. In case you did forget, man. A lot of people kept saying they don't. 143 and 2 touchdowns sound like they matter to me. And I heard Rock as a random stat. they are the only team Aaron Rodgers hasn't beaten, and they broke that all 32 team thing with this win. And if I'm Aaron Rodgers, I'm gonna say this. I heard the Pittsburgh Steelers say they want him back. Well, at least that's the media saying that, right? If I'm Aaron Rodgers, I tell him, hey, only way I come back, y'all gotta put the Packers on my schedule. I need to get that record, baby. If you gonna put the Packers on my schedule, I ain't coming back. You know how Aaron Rodgers do it. He make up his own rules. So let's get that boy AR, man, that 32 wins, man, if he can get them, because that's something that is hard to really say you can do. So
yeah. No, it was absolutely great game, Josh Jacobs, and he extended his streak. He scored 14 touchdowns the last 15 regular season games. Fizz 26 touchdowns in 25 games with the Packers. He's been absolutely awesome. Jordan Love has been great. Tucker Kraft is the best yak tight end in the NFL, Fizz. He had 143 yards and 2 touchdowns. He had his yak total ranks third highest for a tight end in a single game since they started tracking it in 2016. Most since George Kittle in 2018. Anytime that guy gets the ball, he's running for like 20 or 30 yards. Absolutely love that. And yeah, Aaron Rodgers, he had a solid game. He had 219 yards, 2 touchdowns. So it was a lot building up to this game, and it was a great game. So
there we go. And Rod, I forgot to bring this clip up. We got to end the show in a second. Forgot to bring this clip a little while ago when I told you. I said Thursday nights are always good for the losing team, the unbalanced team. And I remember I clipped it and I forgot to post it. And I said, if the Giants beat the Eagles, just know I remember this. I remember saying that. You said if the Giants beat the Eagles, I don't even know we could have a show the next week. And the Giants ended up beating the Eagles. Following that, another bad team won. And then another. Me and Pops put it together, Rock. It's the home team advantage, man. Home team is starting to win these Thursday night games, bro. If you start looking at the Thursday night games for the last 4 weeks, couple weeks, it's been home teams, brother. Saying that to say, next week, Ravens and Dolphins, man. I think y'all in Miami. What you thinking this week?
Oh, shit.
I brought it up to say, oh, no. What you thinking?
If we lose to Miami after they just won, then the season, can I officially say the season's over, Fizz? Can I officially say that?
It's over with, brother. It's over with. Y'all lose to them. Like I said, man, if you go look at the track record last couple of weeks, man, that home team has been the one, and y'all play Miami in Miami after they just put up a big dog game against the Falcons.
Yeah, I will just say that, since the Ravens haven't played on it yet, so that stat doesn't mean shit. Until actually a good team plays.
I ain't betting on Dolphins. That's a damn show.
I wonder what those odds are. So if you really believe in that stat, see what you can get with those odds, Fizz. I'm sure they would be highly in your favor to bet on Miami. So
I'm gonna look it up now. But while I look that up, Rob, let's just go through our biggest game of next week, the one we want to see, because we always talk about it, but we never kind of bring it back up the following week.
Yeah.
We had a good pick or not. So let's eat our L or eat our W next week, man, with what we pick. So give me one game you're looking forward to that's gonna be the best, and one game that you like, man, that game gonna be some. Perfect example, and then you can pick yours. I'm pretty sure if we had a conversation, the Jets and the Bengals would have been the worst game on the schedule for us, and ended up being the best game for all the fans. So
the Bengals fans.
Exactly. So give me one of them games you're looking forward to next week, bro, with the schedule. I can actually bring it up.
There's one and only one, Fizz.
Okay.
And it's the Chiefs versus the Bills.
Yeah, damn. You know what? That's a good call. It might be the one and only. I ain't even got to argue with you on that one.
I'm looking for when do the Chiefs play the Colts? Is it in 2 weeks? That's the game that I'm really looking forward to, Fizz. So they played the Colts in week 12. So they have to play Buffalo, then Denver, then the Colts. That's one hell of a brutal schedule for the Chiefs, Fizz. But maybe all those teams, they're probably looking, oh shit, we have to play the Chiefs. So they're on the hunt, not being.
Well, I'm looking right now, Rock. Right now, the plus on to go back in the Miami and Ravens game. The Ravens are minus 425. Dolphins are plus 330. So let me see. If I put $50 down the Dolphins, this is DraftKings, mind you. I put $50 down on the Dolphins. I will win
It's
$215,
$50.
brother.
Ooh,
$215
Mike,
cash out.
that's pretty good.
So, hey, man, if you want some, dolphin nuggets, man, you done
Some
eating.
tuna flake.
There we go. Go ahead, hook it up, baby. But Rock, man, I ain't gonna lie, brother. I came in flat. I ain't gonna lie to you. Told you I was tired, man. Been working, not sleeping. Had the pumpkin patch yesterday. Came home. I got homework to do today. I got life to deal with. But we had a great damn show, brother. I like the debate, like the back and forth. And I don't always want to agree with my dog. I always want to have a good conversation when it's needed. So that was a good one, though, bro. Hopefully the people like it. It is the Halloween theme week, man. We got 2 shows this week. So tonight we will be back at 7:30. I keep it 7:30. Be in for a surprise with that. My boy Rock is going all the way out, man. It won't be Jerry Jones on the Freddy Krueger Elm Street, but it will be close to it, baby. All right. So Rock, man, get us up out of here, close the show, and let the people go on, man, and go get the candy and all that, brother.
I do really appreciate the conversation, Fizz. You know me, when it comes to talking about real life, that's honestly what we really like to talk about. So that's not everyone's cup of tea. So we do appreciate you guys being able to tune in. We want to give you something a little bit different than what you can get everywhere else. So we appreciate that. We're close to 300, Fizz. We only needed 2 more subscribers, and then it's on to the next milestone.
There we go.
So
300, baby. Get them 2 subscribers in the building, man. Hook it up.
Yeah. So absolutely appreciate that. You want to get out on a word of wisdom, Fizz, and then we'll close the doors till tomorrow or till tonight.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead. Close us out, man.
All right. So this is especially for all those people like Justin Fields, Fizz. So there are plenty of people in my life who I don't always vibe with, who aren't the most interesting or stimulating in conversation, Fizz. Most of the time, I distance myself from these people, don't even want to waste my time with them. But we have to realize that our opinion has a bigger impact than maybe we want to acknowledge. Don't bring things down. Instead, be easier going and gracious towards others. That's my word of wisdom for the week. Hopefully, Woody Johnson and some other people can take a note out of that book, Fizz. Their opinion weighs a lot. And it has a huge impact on people. So you got to be careful what you say about other people. So,
hey, Rock, I swear we be on the same wavelength, brother. Because I had a quote in my head that I wanted to start a show with, and I don't want to mess yours up. So I don't want to say mine and mess it all up. But I'm thinking as I talk. And literally the quote that I had, I'm putting it in perspective right now. It was, sometimes it's not what's said, it's the person that's saying it. Short, sweet, to the point, but it's not what's necessarily said. Because if I'm your friend, you my man, you my guy, if I say certain things to you in a certain way, it's going to hit different than the neighbor across the street or some Joe Blow that you don't know, right? So sometimes it's not what's said, it's the person that say it, baby. So I think we on the same wavelength with that. Mine was a little shorter. Yours is a lot better, man. We all know you chat GPT on me anyway, man. We appreciate it. But Rock, man, let's get these people up out of here, man. And that was the Halloween theme. Tonight is going to get real creepy and freaky, baby. So hey, make sure y'all tap in, man. 7:30. I will have a link up soon. We up out of this thing, huh?
See you guys tonight.
We out of this thing, baby. Let's close out with some spooky music, Rock. All right? Well, you know what? No, my bad. It was gonna be this one. Let's get out of here. There we go, baby. We out tonight. 7:30.